Do men still objectify women? Don't call me babe. You've come a long way, baby. The television ad would say. Back in the 70s, women were told we could have it all, do it all, be it all. We were told that we could climb the corporate ladder, be a mother, have a successful marriage and earn dollar for dollar as much as a man could. We now had women's rights. Along with those rights came the pill. Sexual freedom. Now we could have sex without as much fear of pregnancy. Indeed, we were equal to men. Right? Or did we just make it easier for them to get laid without putting out any effort? Along with those rights, we learned phrases like male chauvinist pig and set out to educate men that they could no longer objectify us as women. Singer Helen Reddy belted out, "I am woman, hear me roar." We stopped letting men open our doors, pay for our drinks and dinner, and insisted we could bring home the bacon and fry it up in the pan. Along with being equal, we insisted that men look at us not as women, but as equals. But are we equals, really? And how equal do we want to be? Personally, I am not interested in being one of the boys. I like being a female. I like being feminine. I like when a man is a real man. Biologically, we are not the same as men. Men are still snipes and snails and puppy dogs' tails, trucks, guns and testosterone, and women are still sugar, spice, everything nice, lip liner and lunch with the girls. Thank God we are not the same. I believe in women's rights, and I also believe women have a right to be treated with basic human consideration and respect. Men deserve respect too, but personally I can't respect a man who does not respect me. Is it any wonder why so many women complain to me and each other they don't feel respected by men? How far have we really come since the 70s? Let's see, women still earn less than a man doing the same amount of work. We now work outside the home, come home exhausted and work inside the home taking care of kids and hubby. If a husband and wife divorce, her lifestyle decreases by 45% and his increases by 15%. The men of the future, i.e. today, were supposed to be caring guys who were products of an enlightened era, sensitized to our plight as women. Men who, although no longer opened our doors, paid our way, respected us as women, revered us as mothers and wives and girlfriends, were still expected to not objectify and disrespect us. Well, guess what? Many of the men who are supposed to be products of the moms and dads of the 70s, the so-called enlightened men, are still objectifying women. I wish I had $1 for every time I get a text or an email from a guy I do not know and have never met who calls me babe. Following is a small example of the kinds of emails I get from total strangers. Hey, babe. Hit me up and let's talk. Hey, sexy. Wanna talk, babe? Hey, babe. Let me know if you want to hook up. Okay, babe? Hello? I have a name. And it is not babe. I love the movie, but I am not a talking pig, or a famous baseball player, or a multi-sports female phenomenon, although I used to play some decent football and basketball. I don't know you. We have not met. Please don't think you can be that familiar with me. Let me say this to all the guys who call me babe. Hey, babe. When you can email me and have something to say that is a better icebreaker than want to hook up with me and see what happens, then let me know. If you are so spoiled, lazy, or too cheap to spring for a cup of coffee, or have so few social skills that you think I am going to fall all over myself, getting back to you based on your one-sentence courtship of me, you have another thing coming. If you think want to chat is your best A game, move on. I am not playing in that game with you. I am not low-hanging fruit. I am a competent woman with a lot to give someone, and I don't just mean sexually. I am not an aging, desperate, stupid, gullible woman who mistakes objectification with respectful and genuine interest. I have been around enough to know when I am being disrespected. I am not desperate for sex, but I bet you are, and that is why you are sending out 60 emails at a time to women hoping that playing the numbers game will pay off. I am not a set of tits. I am not a pair of legs. I am not your hot babe. I am a mature, well-read, well-educated, self-respecting woman with high self-esteem and high self-regard who isn't going to spend an ounce of my effort on any man who objectifies and talks to me like I am a hoe for free. I have helped people die and been in the room when they passed on. I have been through hurricanes. I have perspective in life you won't get for another 20 to 30 years, if that. I will not allow anyone to trivialize my existence by calling me babe and texting me a booty call when you and I have never even spoken on the phone, met face to face, or broken bread together. Let me repeat this so I am clear. I am not low-hanging fruit for you to walk by, scoop up off the ground, use, and discard. So, do men still objectify women? From what I am reading on the internet in recent studies, yes. April 1, 2009, LiveZTNews.com. Researchers in psychology at Stanford and Princeton universities have found that semi-nude images of women can cause men to view them as objects. A lead researcher in the project said, "What the brain scans show is that they are reacting to this photograph as people react to objects. It is as if they are not fully human." Why does this continue in 2009 with nearly 40 years of equality between men and women? Well, one reason is because women allow it. We let men get away with it. Maybe we don't value ourselves, so why should we expect a man to value us? Maybe we overlook this familiar term because it's not worth getting upset over. And maybe after the 1000th time of hearing it, we get to a breaking point and finally decide to draw a line, because it signals the beginning of a downhill slide with a man. One reason is because with porn so readily available on the internet, men look at two-dimensional representations of women and sexualize what they see. They transfer this sexualization onto real three-dimensional women and treat them accordingly. One reason is because while their moms were out climbing the corporate ladder, there was no one at home teaching these young boys how to respect women. One reason is due to divorce. Dad no longer lives at home and maybe dad berates mom in front of the male child. Ren, if you think just 'cause you are young and hot and that's enough, God bless you. If you don't change that thinking, then you will grow into the very older man that we women are sick of meeting and dating.